but I've never heard about her teeth.
My grandmother used to use it, and it strengthens the gums and heals the
It
gums.
makes sense because as far as I know, all of the minerals in salt water are organic minerals. And when you buy Celtic sea salt, it's just been evaporated in the sun. They haven't gone over the raw food limit, so they're still alive.
How are you making the distilled water?
I brought a little machine with me in my luggage. You can pour in a gallon, and the gallon comes out. It just basically, it's basically a heating element. And it collects the steam and it dumps it off to the side. Has a little fan that cools down the corners.
How much weight is that? Because I'm going to be traveling. Your little machine.
It's about the size of an overgrown blender. It's not very heavy at all. But it is great to take the.
Does that get rid of fluoride and chlorine, everything?
Well, that's the chlorine. That's what's left in the machine. This is what comes out the other side.
So you never run it completely, you leave the little bit that...
It is made so that you can, but I put a timer on the end of the plug, so I don't have to scrape it as much. I don't have to clean it as often.
Will distilling water eliminate all pesticides and all
everything that is not you. That is the wonderful beauty of this knowledge.
Except for corrects it.
Corrects it? What's that?
The stuff they're spraying in the Gulf, the ice and oil spill.
Why not?
Really?
Why wouldn't
it?
it?
Strange chemical property where you can actually phase transition. It can be evaporated up with the water, which is why they're getting all those burn holes on all the organic vegetables into the road.
Good point.
But that would mean that your body doesn't mean that your body will never push it out of you.
Right.
Distilled water puts a physical force action push against things that are inside you. Another distilled water book I found from the 50s also. He said that the thing is to achieve the proper pressure. When you pound a pound of it, pound being 16 ounces, roughly half a liter, when you put down a pound of it on an empty stomach and you don't sip it, you get it down right away, you experience a hot flash, 30 seconds to a minute later in general. Most people do it right away. If they don't, keep doing it, eventually you'll feel it. It's like it's trying to burn through what's you. Before I knew about distilled water, in the morning you have a pretty big need. The first one at 6 a.m., it's about a pound. And I would down it just to get it over with. But it'd be 6 in the morning, I want to go back to bed, and I start sweating. I just beat a sweat, and I was like, what the hell? Because I had to pace around the house for 3 to 5 minutes. So I would get back in bed all sticky wet. Didn't know what it was. None of the urine books mentioned it. I was okay, again, I was maybe ammonia. And then I read this guy's book called The Distilled Water Cure. And he said, the thing is to achieve the proper pressure and to drink a pound of it at a time. And that it'll push the acids and minerals and the crystals right through the system. When he said to achieve the proper pressure and right through the system, I go, oh, that's the hot flash effect. It's the distilled water aspect of urine that was creating this hot flash. And I wish I brought it up so everybody could try it, especially on empty stomachs. You'll get hot generally after you throw this down. If not, keep trying. And what that is you're feeling that water push on everything that's not you. And it's literally, when you sweat, you're detoxing, right? Microscopic crystals and particles, all the garbage that's inside you is being pushed out. I made 16 ounces, half a liter.
That charcoal filter is just right into the glass to avoid plastic and all that stuff.
Try to avoid plastic.
We suggest we get this distilled water. Is there some low-tech way we can make a distiller?
Well, I know that Roland, he says he got 4 distillers. He's working on making a bigger one. Somebody like that could make a big one, because I heard that there is a plug-in one like I have. It cost me $250 States, cost $800 in low cost. Okay, and that does a gallon a time. It's pathetic. Before we left on this trip, the first thing you do when you want to experiment with is we started going to the store. We buy 20 to 30 gallons in plastic at a time. Okay, you add some plastic. It still outweighs. It's still you can cure yourself on that plastic tainted water. Every disease. far superior to Pellegrino or anything. All those things bragging about all their awesome minerals they got, it's death water. Plastic bag. So we were at first like, oh man, it's awesome. And even you try the plastic water, it falls down your throat like nothing you've ever experienced. Have you ever been really thirsty and you want to chug some water but it just won't go down? It's literally because of all the invisible rocks inside it. It's all this crap. That's why it won't go down. When you chug this stuff, it doesn't matter what mood you're in. It's like, it just falls down your throat like air. And once you've done it, you can set any type of water up. I can tell you which one, and you can too. The distilled water is so obvious in taste. So they're in completely identical glasses, complete same amount of one. You can test them all. That's a distilled water. Because nothing else tastes like it. So after we realized, after a month or so of buying, or a couple months of buying the bottled water, we're like, okay, we like this. So we bought the 1 gallon distiller. You pour in a gallon, you get basically a gallon off the side. Just before we left this trip, we bought a $500 distiller, which has a water line attached to it and an auto feed. You're going to lose 16 gallons a day, and it's got a little spigot on it. You can take out as much as you want. So you can get volume of it pretty easily if you buy the right machine.
Here in the United States, but what about, do you just know, do you know how to make a distiller? I can find
No,
out.
I don't know how to. Roland,
Yeah, I'll
definitely,
talk to Roland.
he definitely knows. But Roland thinks it's bad for you. Roland is in the camp with most. I talked to him extensively and picked his brain about it. He's been fooled like most people. He said he went on a distilled water diet and he started feeling sick, kind of dizzy, and felt dehydrated all the time. And it finally slowly came out that he was distilling water, then adding minerals to it. So I didn't say anything, but he's probably almost killing himself, you know.
He has an eczema or something.
Right.
I think he's against from that.
I don't know.
Isn't some of the store-bought stuff, isn't it like a mechanical distillation process rather than the steam? Isn't there like two?
I don't know about mechanical. I'm really questionable that they're all steam evaporated.
I thought there was a difference that they did in the mass produced distilled water.
Part of the miseducation campaign, you can see it right here in South America. The only place you can buy distilled water, the auto store in the battery section, and it says battery water on it. And if you drink it in front of an Ecuador, no, crazy. It's just the speaker before. She said we are all electromagnetic things, devices, and she said you can recharge your battery. So yeah, just put the distilled water down. It's great for batteries.
So you say those bottles are distilled, you have dairy coming through a distiller?
This?
Yes.
That's the leftover.
That's what's left.
That's the remnant. Yeah, that's what 2 gallons comes condensed to. This just allows you, the 2 gallons can be sitting here, but you can see the stuff. You shrink it down to 2 gallons. Oh, that's what they're giving me in the tap water. That's what when I go to a restaurant and I order some ugu de pina, this is what they're putting in to make it watery. So they don't have to use as much fruit.
Can you say that again? I want to get that.
About what that condensation is?
No, about where you're buying fruit or...
Oh, I'm just saying that when you buy fruit juice here in town,
Yes.
and, you know, it'd be nicer if it was pure fruit juice. Almost nobody does that. They add water to it to stretch it out. And they're adding that tap water.
Actually, not every place uses
Not every
tap
place.
water. This place doesn't, La Seca doesn't,
What are they
I think
using?
a lot of places, if you ask, if you make, the key word is no agua de llave. No, the key. Llave is
But are they
water of the key, llave.
Are they then using this water? The bottle or the groundwater?
Yeah, they're not using distilled water.
Right, but so they're
But
either using...
it's far cry from that.
They use the
water.
Right.